Assalamu alaikum. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today I'm going to show you about scenes in the Sketchup. So long back, actually, I didn't give any videos. There was actually a little bit of a busy schedule that I have. However, let's dive into the topic about the scenes. So the first and the foremost thing is you need to see that there is an option here, scenes, but sometimes this default tray doesn't exist for you. So I'm going to close this thing and let's get back here. So I'm going to go for window, default tray, and then show the tray. And here you can see we have this default tray option. However, this thing sometimes scenes is not available. So for that thing, again, you can go here, default tray, and you can see here we're having scenes here ticked. So if you doesn't have this option, you can actually tick this thing and you'll find that thing here. So what is scenes actually? This is actually different windows, that is the front view, top view, or any other camera view. If you want to adjust, you can actually do that thing through this. Once I'm showing you, you'll understand how exactly it works. So let's create some scenes and see what exactly it means. So I'm going to create here a scene like there has to be a front view for me. Like I'm clicking on this option front, and you can see here I have this thing. Let me adjust it a little bit, pressing Z so that I can adjust that thing properly. And now you can see here I'm going to click here add, and it's going to ask me a question. Just clicking here create scene, and yeah, you can see here it got created right now. And now what I want is I want the top view for this particular home. So I'm gonna go click on this top, and you can see here I'm only able to see the top view, but I actually don't want the this perspective view of this particular home. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just turn that thing off. For that thing, I'm gonna go for camera, and then you can see here I'm having a parallel projection option here. So clicking on this parallel projection, you can see it just turned off, and we are able to see a proper view right now. So okay, how I'm going to pan this thing is shift and then clicking the orbit button, and you can see here this is how I actually pan. So clicking again for creating scene this thing, or if you want to click from here, even you can do that thing. So I right click there and then click on add, and you can see here I'm having scene 2. So for renaming that, you can just click here, or even you don't need to click there, just right click, and then you can see here an option called rename. In the older version of Sketchup that doesn't exist. So for that thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another option that exists here. So selecting it and then right click and rename scene option is here. So if you're going to go bottom side, you can see all the options is right now available. What's the name of the scene? You can add, this is actually the front view, and yeah, done. And then you can see it's got renamed here. If I'm going to make this thing a top view, I can easily do that thing. Just right click, and then you can see here an option rename. And then I'm going to make this thing a stop. Yep, done. So this is how you can actually make the different views. And you can see when I'm clicking from front to the top, you can see how it's actually animating the thing. So this is how we can create different views. If at all you want a side view kind of this, like this, you can do that thing. I'm again making the perspective. For perspective, I already showed you how to do that thing. Just I'm gonna go for camera and then parallel perspective projection. But for that thing, I just given a shortcut key. So that's the reason I can do that thing from my keyboard itself. I'll show you in any other video how to create the shortcut keys for yourself. And right now, I'm gonna create view kind of like this, and then that's gonna be my 3D. So clicking on add, right click on this scene, and renaming it like 3D, and then pressing enter. So that's going to be my top view, and this is going to be my 3D, and this is going to be my front view. Yeah, that's done. So after creating this, you can see when I'm clicking on 3D, it's actually animating it. Sometimes you don't want this to be animated because might be your file is very heavy, or might be you want to do things very fast. You can do that thing as well. So for that thing, how we can do this thing is I'm going to go for view and then go for animations, and you can see there is an option called settings. When I'm clicking on settings, you can see here animation. It is written here enable scene transition. If I'm taking this thing off and clicking on close, click on top, you can see directly a top view, a 3D view, and a front view. So this is pretty easy and pretty fast here. So that's all about the scenes and animations. I'm gonna go for any other video with that shortcuts what I just now tell. But until that, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.